Yo, what's happening everyone? It's your boy here, doing him back again with another great amazing tech video. Well, the video of today it's all about the Samsung Galaxy Fold and the Huawei Mate X Fold. These are like some new kind of foldable phones of 2019. Well, if you don't know about that, well, 2019 is gonna be some year of foldable phones. So to adjust the elephant in the room, let's get started. Now, what do we have on the foldable phones between the Samsung and the Huawei? Well, they all have different tests. They all have different type of tests when it comes to its own kind of functionality. Now, the chipset, it's just that they make them become differently. Now, jumping out the specification of the RAM, well, the Samsung Galaxy Foldable has a 12 GB of RAM. Well, you know, Samsung, since they released the S10, it's something which they come up with a lot of specification on the boot, so it's something which is so great. Jumping to Huawei Mate X, it has 8 GB of RAM. Now 8 GB of RAM seems to be so great for the Huawei since it runs its own kind of Kirin chipset inside of it, which can manage tasks here and there. But we all know that too much of RAM is a lot of possibility of running applications and consuming a lot of runtime throughout the phone. But another kind of stuff, I think, to my own kind of aspect, Samsung, they're kind of like picking up through that kind of peak. Another kind of stuff which I've noticed is the camera side. Now the camera side, it's so great when it comes to the foldable. It has a 10 MP camera of the front side of the camera. Now you should just not feel like this is quite different since they both have that kind of peak whereby you can use the back camera to take selfie on the reverse side. So they all have that kind of ecosystem. So I think this is something which is so great when it comes to that kind of opportunity of taking a selfie even with the back camera, which gives you a high-end depth of field throughout the picture. The back camera of the Samsung Galaxy Foldable, we have a 12 MP camera which gives you a telephoto, and another one 12 MP will give you a wide photo which you can take a wide range of the picture. We have a 16 MP wide camera. Now this 16 MP wide camera and the 12 MP wide camera for the fast, it's just that they're two kind of things which they're quite different throughout the ecosystem of the camera of Samsung. So I think, to my own kind of aspect, they all fall throughout that kind of scheme of having a lot of pixels throughout the camera. So it's so improved compared to what you see. Now I think, to my own kind of aspect, the Samsung Galaxy Foldable and the Huawei Mate X Foldable, these are so great devices. Now let's jump into the camera of Huawei Mate X. Now when it comes to Huawei Mate X, it has a 40 MP camera and an 80 MP camera for telephoto. Now I think, to my own kind of aspect, the 40 MP camera seems to be so great since it uses the same camera as the front camera. Now you might be saying these pictures, wow, the picture is so awesome since you use all of the cameras at the back. They give you that kind of enough depth of field, and you can see right now we are like proving that kind of theory. DSLR are gonna push back a little bit to get those kind of portrait pictures throughout your own self, or a friend takes you closer, you can get a good depth of field. Now I think, to my own kind of aspect, that is so incredible since we are proving that kind of theory, not 100% proving that DSLR are gonna be replaced by smartphones, but still not yet there. We're on our way there. All packed with Android 9.0. Now since Android 9.0, it's a real big thing on the market. We all know that that's the last Android, but still rumors are spreading Android 10 is around the corner. So why not wait for the Android 10 to give us some new features through our Android ecosystem? Now I think, to my own kind of aspect, Android has been greatly smoothly running on devices, and it's something which is quite different than iOS, to my own kind of aspect. But I think Android is good to go on these devices. 4380 milliampere battery jumping out the back is something which is so incredible for the Samsung Galaxy Foldable since it has those kind of wirelessly giving out the charging. You can charge anything at the back of the panel of the battery, like it's a cover at the back, so you can, or at the moment whereby it's not foldable, you can replace anything which uses a wireless charging, especially like the Samsung wireless earbud, which we have seen it's something which is so incredible. And another kind of stuff, you can even charge your wearable devices, so even you can charge another kind of Samsung device throughout that. But still 4,380, it's quite minimum for the battery. It's my own kind of aspect. I don't know about you guys. While the Huawei Mate X beat up Samsung with 4,500 milliampere battery, whereby they have all the same features and they still crush it like whoa. So I think to my own kind of aspect, the only thing when it comes to battery, the more bigger batteries, the more productivity it can be consumed throughout your own kind of scheme. So I think to my own kind of aspect, or just the elephant in the room, Huawei something which is so incredible, since the display, first of all, when it's not foldable, you can see it's high-end display. Now there are small minor bezels on the Huawei Mate X, and there are a lot of minimum screen when it comes to Samsung foldable. But still, these foldable phones, we all know that they'll come here and there, since there'll be another second version of them to be improved throughout slimming and stuff like that. Perhaps they're so bezel-less, or perhaps they're so thick. So we are waiting for some new improvement throughout the ecosystem of foldable phones. So still, these are the foldable phones of Samsung and Huawei. And another kind of stuff which I think right from the back, it's just that Samsung and Huawei, I think to my own kind of aspect, these guys, they share a small kind of designs through the foldable, since we know that the display tilts. Like, I give you one example. We have this laptop here. As you can see, this is a normal laptop when it's this way, right? But when it's this way, you can see how much it is. Now it bends from this side bends. So if I try doing it this way, you can see it bends. Now this is how the foldable phone is gonna be. This is how it's gonna look. This is gonna be your foldable phone on the side, but not this size. It's just a demonstration. So on this side, it's gonna be the screen side. Now for the Huawei, it's gonna pick the whole size of it, which is bigger, while Samsung, it have a little bit of half size of it. Now when you flip them, like you open them, you open a wide screen. Now if this laptop have the second screen from here, that means the foldable, you can see it's becoming bigger. Thank you guys for watching. You love this video today. It's all about updating you guys throughout the foldable phones, and I think you got that peek of how foldable phones looks like and how they're gonna emerge and continue emerging. So thank you guys for watching. You love this video today, make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you're new here, better you subscribe to your homeboy here, cause it's so amazing. And I'll be catching you guys on the next one. As always, stay sharp and creative, and peace.